What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Big Lady, and I'm back again with another video. So I put up my social media. I asked some groups what kind of story time would they like to hear. I had the one that tied my tubes at 21, and also how my booty almost killed. Well, yeah, how my booty almost killed me, basically. So it was kind of a mixed thing, but I know the most one people were interested in was me tying my tubes at 21. So just so y'all know, I'll be doing a video on both of them because they wanted to hear that one too. But I'm going to do this one first. So before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, you guys, because I do not know when I'm going to post throughout the week because I don't have a set schedule at work. So this is like my second video today because I'm trying to make sure I get some out. This coming week is about to be Sunday, so I'm trying to make sure I stay consistent as much as I can. So let's get into the video. So yes, I tied my tubes at the age of 21. When I did that, also you guys, got some wine. Okay, guys. When I did that, it was, of course, that's a big decision. That's a life-changing decision to make at the age of 21. But I was young. I had my daughter at 19. When I was like 30 weeks, 31 weeks, I started having little complications. I started leaking fluid, and they put me in the hospital for like 16 days on strict bed rest. I mean, they was weighing me every day, doing non-stress tests every day. And just for people who don't know what a non-stress test is, it's when they hook you up to the monitor to see if you have contraction, and also monitoring the baby's heart rate. So they was doing that every day, ultrasounds every day, just to see if the fluid levels was going up. So after that, they let me out the hospital for like a week. That's probably when I was doing my damn hair, like a little crust. Anyway, so after the 16 days, the fluid returned back to normal. He let me out for a week. You know, let me out, and I was supposed to go follow up in a week, which I did. So when I followed up the next week, the fluid level was back low again. So they had already gave me steroids for when I had spent those 16 days in the hospital. If y'all don't know, they give you steroids if you're preterm or might have the baby preterm to mature the baby's lungs. So at this time, when I go back for a follow-up, I'm 35 weeks. So the fluid level was back low again, and so he made the decision just to go ahead and induce me. So he induced me on a Monday. I didn't give birth to Jada until 6:20. It was a Wednesday morning, which the labor process was fine. Just a slow induction, you know, because, you know, they got to give you stuff to soften your cervix, to get your cervix to open up, and so you can start contracting and stuff like that. So after that, like I said, I gave birth to Jada. She was 5 pounds, 10 ounces, beautiful baby. And I will put a picture up there. Also, okay, so after that, about 1.5 years later, that's when I got pregnant with my son, TJ. And yes, at the time when I got pregnant with him, yes, I was 21. I think I had just turned 21 a couple of months. Because, like, when I tied my tubes, technically I was 21 because it was February. And I wasn't going to be 22 until the next month. So, yes, I was 21. But anyway. So, I get pregnant with TJ, y'all. With all my pregnancies, it's like, it's good. Of course, you have your normal morning sickness. I had that with Jada. I didn't have it with TJ. your little normal stuff, normal pregnancy stuff. It was kind of like when I got in the beginning of my third trimester is when I would start having issues. So with TJ, I was 31 weeks and I was having a headache, y'all. It wasn't a bad headache, but it was a slight headache. It really was. It was a slight headache. I had all weekend, and when you're pregnant, you can't take nothing but Tylenol. So I was taking Tylenol, but the Tylenol wasn't working for me. The headache was still there. And my friend, she was like, when Monday came around, she was like, I really think you should just go to the doctor and get checked, make sure everything is okay. So I'm like, all right, I didn't think nothing was wrong. So I go to the doctor's office. I just tell them what the headache that I was having. They told me to come on in, so I came on in. They did my vital signs, and then took me to a room, told me, the normal, get dressed from your waist down. Cool. So I do that. Y'all, I ain't lying. It seemed like as soon as I hit my ass on that table, or whatever that is we lay up on, the doctor came in the room. Right then, I knew something wasn't right. If you've been pregnant before and have kids, when you go into the doctor's office and when you go back to a room, just as well as I know, they don't come in that fast. So when he came in that quick, I automatically knew that something wasn't right. So he came in, checked my cervix, and he did an ultrasound, which he was saying on the ultrasound that my son was behind 4 weeks in growth. At the time, he was measuring out to be 27 weeks when I was 31. 31 weeks. So at the time, so then he was like, well, I'm going to send orders, for you to, I'm going to meet you in the hospital, whatever like that. So y'all, okay. So he behind the growth or whatever. I'm thinking, no, they finna put me on bed rest again. Go to the hospital, get to labor and delivery. Y'all, I didn't have no clue this man put in for me to be induced. And when the nurse came in and she was like, I had to get my daughters, before I went to the hospital, y'all, because I didn't go right then. Let me bag it up. I didn't go to the hospital right then because at the time I had a 1.5-year-old daughter, so I had to make sure she was straight. I had somebody to take care of her while I went to the hospital. But anyway, so long story short, I get to the hospital about 5-something p.m. Get to labor and delivery, the nurse, she comes in or whatever, and she was like, I'm going to hang some Pitocin so we can get your labor started. And I'm like, huh? I was like, it's too early for me to be having my son. Man, y'all, this is December. This is December. And I wasn't due with my son until February 13th. Yes, y'all, this is December, late December. I went in December the 18th. I went in December the 18th, and I had my son December 20th. But anyway, so she started she hung saline bag, she hung the Pitocin to kickstart the labor, and me, I'm still confused on, I understand he said that he was small, but I was still confused on the fact of, why am I being induced? I'm just like, I wasn't getting the answer to that. But, so then she comes in and she hang another bag. And I'm like, well, my friend, she was like, well, what's that? She's the type of friend that's going to ask you, what you doing, why you doing it? Well, for me, I would just let them do whatever. And that's just me being honest. When you're young, I didn't know better then. But she asked, she was like, well, what's that bag for? And she was like, well, this is magnesium. This is why she's really being induced, because her blood pressure is at stroke level. Y'all, I did not know that my blood pressure was in the 200s over 100s. And it was like that the whole weekend. That's why I was having that slight headache. and they was kind of trying to keep it from me. And I think they wouldn't have never said anything if she didn't ask. But I guess they didn't want me to freak out and for my blood pressure to be even higher. So after they got everything started and put me on this magnesium, and she turned out all the lights and got the process started, y'all. Magnesium, y'all know they use magnesium not only to help lower your blood pressure, but it's also used to stop preterm labor. And when you use magnesium for the blood pressure, and then you're using the Pitocin to kickstart your labor, that was the longest, excuse me, y'all, that was the longest labor ever. The longest labor ever. I mean, oh my God. It was long, because I got stuck at 4 centimeters for a long time. But anyway, long story short, I ended up having him December the 20th at 11:40 at night. Finna go into another day, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, it was a long time. He was 3 pounds, 6 ounces, 17 inches long. When I delivered him, I didn't realize I pushed him out. The nurse had checked me, and I was 10 centimeters, and she went to go call him, and I didn't realize, y'all, I was on them drugs. My epidural was only on one side. I remember pushing, but I didn't feel him come out. So when she came to set me up for delivery, he was right there in between my legs. I mean, he was just right there. And she was just like, oh my God. She was freaking out because he was blue. She didn't have a NICU staff in the room. But anyway, he's good. He was good. I had him 5 days before Christmas. That was my Christmas baby. So after I had him, and I got to thinking, and I'm like, I had issues with Jada. I almost could die with him. Let me back it up again. When I gave birth for TJ, and he examined, I always look at the placenta when you have a baby. It had so many holes in it, y'all. It was like, he said it was like a raggedy rag. He was like, he wasn't getting anything. That's why he wasn't really growing. That's why he was behind in growth. And then on top of that, my blood pressure had, y'all, it's like I almost lost my life. I almost lost my son. And after I had him, I got to thinking, what if I have another one? You know what I'm saying? What if I have another one and I don't make it? You know what I'm saying? Because you can die from childbirth. And, you don't want to think of it like that, but it's just the reality of the fact. We can die during childbirth. We could die, carrying babies. So I was thinking, I'm not going to lie, y'all. I wanted to have one more. I wanted 3. But I felt, and having the issues that I had with both of them and my pregnancies being high risk, I felt like that was the best decision that I could make, not only for myself, but for my kids as well. Because if I risk my life again to have another baby, what if I do die? What if I do die, and what about the 2 kids that I do have? So that was the main reason I tied my tubes, that I made that decision. Now, the doctor, he didn't recommend it. He didn't recommend me to tie them. He wasn't against it either. He was like, well, you the age, by law, he was like, you the age of 21 and you have more than one child. So he did what I asked of him. So here I am, 35 years old. Jada will be 16 in November and TJ will be 14 in December. Do I regret it? No, I do not. And this is why I told y'all why I did what I did. I was set on not having babies because I wanted to be here for the 2 that I had. I know every pregnancy is not different, but I did what was best for me and my kids. If I had normal pregnancies, I would have had a third one, and then it ended at that. But I did what's best for me and my kids. So, like I said, 35 years. I'm 35 years old now, and they're teenagers, and I don't regret tying my tubes. I'm just enjoying in the moment of still being here with them, being in the fact of a year and a half ago, they almost didn't have their mother, or it's another story time. They almost didn't have their mother, so I'm just enjoying what time I have with them, enjoying life with them, watching them grow, becoming to a young woman and a young man, and like I said, I don't regret it. You know, people scarred me for it before they even knew the reasons why I did what I did. But, you know, somebody said, what if you get married? Y'all, I'm still a single mother. No, I wasn't single the whole time, but I had a couple of relationships that did not work out. So now what if I would have sat there and had kids by them too? Y'all, I don't regret it. Now what I'm trying to do is just pave a way for them, for me and future grandkids. You know, I'm trying to do better. They're older, so I'm trying to do better and bigger things. You know, to help prepare them into adulthood, and to prepare me to when they decide, when they go to college and they move on, and it's just me. So, and I'll still be in my 30s, you know, my late 30s, but I'll still be in my 30s. But I don't regret it. And I know some people tell me doctors won't do it for them at 21. I don't know why. I don't know. Different states have different laws. But here in Mississippi, the law is that you have to be 21 of age, and you have to have more than one child. So that's how I was able to tie my tubes. Also, when I went to my 6-week visit, when I made a decision, I signed my papers, and he told me, he said, by law, you gotta wait 30 days before I could tie them. So, you know, I waited, because I didn't sign it when I was pregnant. So I had to, you know, because I was back and forth about it when I was pregnant. But then when I had the complications that I had, that sealed the deal for me. So I'm not saying if you have complications to tie your tubes and not have kids, that's solely based on you. I did what I did for me and mine, and I don't regret the decision that I made. So anyway, if y'all like my story time, hit that like button. If y'all want to join the big ladies gang, y'all hit that subscribe button, and y'all make sure y'all tap that notification bell so y'all can be notified when I post another video. Because guess what, y'all? Another story time is coming. I'm going to do the other one about the booty. So, thank y'all for watching this video. Comment below how you feel and what you think. Do you think that what I did was wrong, or do you think that what I did was the best thing I could have did for me and my kids? So y'all just let me know in the comment section below. I'll see y'all in the next video.